It's running on old programming, outdated beliefs, and it's working perfectly, just not in your favor. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every feeling you feel is literally programming this magnificent machine. The trouble is, most of us are accidentally programming it for limitation instead of abundance. Think about it this way. If I told you that every hour, on the hour, you had to take a pill that would either make you healthier and wealthier or keep you exactly where you are, which would you choose? Well, darling, your thoughts are those pills, and you're taking them every single hour, whether you realize it or not. The question is, are you taking the medicine or the poison? Here's what we're going to do, and I promise you, this is so simple you're going to wonder why nobody told you this before. We're going to hijack your hourly schedule and turn every single hour into a power hour for your wealth and health. Not with complicated rituals or expensive programs, but with strategic, intentional thoughts that reprogram that beautiful computer of yours. Every hour, on the hour, you're going to speak 3 specific statements. Not mumble them while you're checking your phone, not think them while you're doing 17 other things, but actually speak them with intention. First, you're going to say, "My body is a magnet for perfect health and vitality." Second, "Money flows to me easily and abundantly from expected and unexpected sources." Third, "I am worthy of all the good that comes to me." Now, I can practically hear you saying, "But what if I don't believe it?" Darling, that's exactly the point. Your belief isn't required for this to work, just your consistency. You didn't believe you could walk when you were a baby, but you kept trying until your muscles and brain figured it out. This is the same principle. You're training your subconscious mind like you'd train a muscle, through repetition, not through feeling. But here's where it gets interesting. After you say these 3 statements, you're going to do one tiny physical action that supports what you just declared. Drink a glass of water for your health. Put $1 in a jar for your wealth. Take 3 deep breaths. Do a wall push-up, something small but concrete that says to your subconscious, "See, we're serious about this." The magic isn't just in the words, precious soul, it's in the consistency. Most people try affirmations for 3 days, don't see immediate results, and quit faster than they quit a New Year's gym membership. But what if I told you that every single thought you've ever had has contributed to your current reality? The worried thoughts, the limiting thoughts, the "I can't afford this" thoughts, they've all been hourly affirmations too, just in the wrong direction. I want you to set a reminder on your phone right now. Not later, not when you finish this video, right now. Set it to go off every hour from the time you wake up until the time you go to sleep. When it goes off, stop whatever you're doing for exactly 90 seconds. Say your 3 statements out loud, do your 1 small action, and then continue with your day. You're probably thinking, every hour? That seems excessive. Darling, you check your phone approximately every 12 minutes according to the latest research. You're already interrupting yourself constantly, but usually for things that drain your energy rather than charge it. We're simply redirecting that habit towards something that serves your highest good. Here's what's going to happen, and I want you to pay attention, because this is where it gets really good. Within the first week, you're going to notice that your relationship with money and health starts shifting in small ways. Maybe you'll choose water over soda without thinking about it. Maybe you'll find a $20 bill in an old jacket. These aren't coincidences, sweetheart. They're your subconscious mind starting to align with your new programming. By the second week, you'll start catching yourself having thoughts that support wealth and health automatically. Your mind will begin looking for opportunities instead of obstacles. By the third week, other people will start commenting on your energy, your glow, something different about you. By the fourth week, you'll be a believer, not because someone told you to be, but because you'll have evidence. But let me warn you about something, because I care about your success. There will be a day, probably around day 5 or 6, when you'll want to quit. You'll think this is silly, that it's not working fast enough, that you feel foolish talking to yourself every hour. This is your old programming having a tantrum because it's being replaced. Push through this resistance like you're walking through a spider web. It's uncomfortable, but it won't hurt you. And on the other side is freedom. Now, here's an advanced technique for those of you who want to accelerate this process. When you do your hourly practice, imagine you're speaking these words not just for yourself, but for the person you're becoming. Speak with the authority of someone who already has perfect health and abundant wealth. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality, so give it the most delicious reality to work with. Also, and this is crucial, pay attention to what happens in the hour after you do your practice. Your subconscious mind loves immediate feedback. If you declare that money flows to you easily, then spend the next hour complaining about bills, you're giving mixed messages. Instead, spend that hour looking for evidence of abundance, even if it's just noticing that you have running water, electricity, and a device to watch this video on. For your health affirmations, notice how your body feels, how your energy shifts, how your posture changes when you speak with authority about your vitality. Your body is always listening to what you're saying about it, so make sure you're saying things you'd want it to believe. Some of you are going to want to add more affirmations, create longer practices, make this more complicated. Resist that urge. The power is in the simplicity and consistency, not in the complexity. 3 statements, 1 action, every hour, every day. That's it. Don't fix what isn't broken before you've even tried it. I also want to address something that might come up. People around you might think you've lost your mind, talking about wealth and health every hour. Let them think what they want. You're not doing this for their approval, you're doing this for your transformation. Some people will be threatened by your commitment to change because it highlights their own lack of commitment. That's their issue, not yours. Here's something beautiful that's going to happen. As you become consistent with this practice, you'll start attracting other people who are also committed to their growth. Your energy will shift in such a way that opportunities, ideas, and resources will start showing up in your life. Not because you're lucky, but because you've literally reprogrammed your internal GPS to notice and move toward wealth and health instead of away from it. Remember, darling, your current financial situation and health status are simply the result of your past thinking patterns. They're not permanent, they're not your identity, and they're certainly not your destiny. Every hour you practice these affirmations, you're making a deposit in the bank of your future self. And compound interest works just as powerfully with thoughts as it does with money. The universe is incredibly abundant. There's more than enough health, wealth, joy, and success for everyone, including you. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the consistency of your thoughts and actions. This hourly practice is your pathway to alignment, your bridge from where you are to where you want to be. So here's what I want you to do right now, this very moment. Before you click away, before you get distracted by the next shiny thing, set that hourly reminder on your phone. Make a commitment to yourself for the next 30 days. Not a year, not a lifetime, just 30 days. That's manageable, isn't it? Anyone can do anything for 30 days. Then, I want you to come back and tell me what happened. Leave a comment below sharing your experience, your breakthroughs, your challenges, your victories. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to start their own transformation journey. We're all in this together, supporting each other's success. If this resonates with you, if you can feel the truth in what I'm sharing, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Not because I need the numbers, but because I have more wisdom to share with you, more tools to give you, more ways to support your journey to the abundant, healthy, joyful life you deserve. Remember, precious soul, you are worthy of everything good. Your wealth and health journey starts with this next hour, with this next choice, with this next thought. The person you're becoming is already proud of you for taking this first step. Now go set that reminder, speak those words with authority, and watch your life transform 1 hour at a time. The universe is waiting to match your new energy, and darling, you're about to be amazed at what shows up. Imagine you're standing in the middle of chaos, bills piling up, relationships breaking, health declining, your mind running wild. Every instinct in you wants to panic, cry, or overthink. But in that exact moment, you do something completely different. You stand still, you take a breath, and with unwavering conviction, you say one thing: peace, be still. 3 words, 7 seconds, infinite power. When Jesus stood in the middle of a raging storm, the disciples panicked. The wind howled, the waves rose high, their boat almost capsized. But Jesus didn't shout at the storm. He didn't explain to the sea why it should calm down. He simply said, "Peace, be still." And the storm obeyed. Why? Because the universe recognizes authority spoken from alignment. He didn't speak to the storm, he spoke from divine authority through the storm. That's what Florence meant when she said, "Never try to force a situation. Speak the word, and then do not resist." So when your finances, health, or emotions start spinning out of control, don't speak from panic. Don't say, "I'm broke," or "It's too hard," or "I don't know what to do." Pause and command from alignment. Say, "Peace, be still." Say, "Divine order is now established." Say, "Every force is working in my favor now." Each of those statements carries a vibration, a signature that tells creation to reorganize itself. The universe doesn't hear words, it hears frequency. And when your frequency carries certainty, even chaos must bow. That's the secret behind the 7-second command. Now don't mistake simplicity for weakness. People often think, how can something so short have so much power? But look at how reality was created. Let there be light. 4 words. Yet those words ignited galaxies. That's the law of divine brevity. Power doesn't need length, it needs certainty. When Florence said, "I do not limit God by seeing limitation in myself," she was teaching us how to remove resistance. Because resistance delays command. Doubt interrupts divine flow. If you speak from fear, the energy divides. If you speak from faith, the energy unites. And when energy unites, miracles accelerate. Now here's something people miss. When you give a command, you must release it like an arrow and not chase it. You don't give a command and then check your phone every 5 minutes to see if it worked. You don't command healing and then start researching symptoms again. You don't command wealth and then scroll through worry. You speak it. You let it go. You rest. That's how spiritual power works. Because in divine law, certainty is evidence. When you truly believe, you stop begging. You stop analyzing. You start knowing. So, when you say, "Peace, be still," say it once but mean it fully. Feel your spirit align. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel your breathing slow down. That's when your words begin to vibrate at creation's frequency. And that's when you'll notice the shift. Someone calls with unexpected good news. Money appears where you least expect it. The heaviness in your chest lifts. The atmosphere literally rearranges. Not because you forced it, but because you commanded it. That's the unseen intelligence Florence talked about, the divine design. It always exists, but it responds only to clarity. The 7-second command isn't about saying magic words. It's about tuning your inner vibration so your words carry the weight of truth. And truth, once spoken, cannot return void. So the next time you face something that feels irreversible, don't panic. Don't over-explain. Don't argue with life. Just center yourself, inhale deeply, and speak. Peace, be still. Let those words echo. Let silence follow. Because silence is the soil in which miracles grow. Florence would say, when you speak the word, it sets spiritual law into motion. You may not see results immediately, but the law never fails. And that's exactly what's happening. When you use the 7-second command, you're setting spiritual law in motion. Even when nothing looks different, something is already rearranging itself. Invisible gears are turning, doors are aligning, delays are dissolving, and soon reality catches up. You'll stand in awe and realize it wasn't luck, it wasn't chance, it wasn't coincidence. It was your command. The same command that shifted seas, healed bodies, and multiplied bread is still active, waiting for you to use it. Because divine power never expired. It only waited for your voice. So you've spoken the command, peace, be still. You've released it into the atmosphere. And now you wait. But not the kind of waiting that comes from anxiety. This kind of waiting is a posture of trust. You see, real faith doesn't chase evidence. Real faith creates it. When you command peace, your job isn't to check the waves, it's to stay centered while the waves calm themselves. Florence Scovel Shinn once wrote, When you speak the word, and then give thanks that it is done, you have created the invisible first, and soon it will manifest in the visible. That's how the law works. You speak, you thank, and then you rest. Because gratitude is the spiritual seal. It's your signature at the end of a divine command. It says, I have spoken, it is done. When you live this way, everything about you begins to shift. Your tone changes, your walk changes. You stop reacting to life and start directing it. You become what Florence called a divine commander. Someone who no longer lives at the mercy of conditions, but commands conditions to obey divine order. Now let's talk about how to use this daily. Because power unused is power wasted. Every day, life presents small storms. A negative thought, a delay, a bill, a word from someone that stirs worry. Those are opportunities to practice command. When anxiety whispers, what if this doesn't work? Don't negotiate with it. Say calmly, peace, be still. When your mind begins to race, say, divine order governs my mind now. When a situation looks uncertain, say, nothing can stop what God has already aligned for me. These are not affirmations, these are commands. And the difference between the two is energy. An affirmation tries to convince. A command declares what already is. That's why Florence's words still echo a century later. She didn't teach people to beg life for mercy. She taught them to speak life into obedience. Think about it. Every time Jesus performed a miracle, he didn't ask if it would work. He commanded, rise, take up your bed, and walk. Lazarus, come forth. Peace, be still. All those commands took less than 7 seconds, but shifted entire realities, because he knew the secret. Authority doesn't shout, it speaks calmly. And that's something most people miss. They think power is loud. It's not. Power is quiet certainty. When you're truly in tune with divine law, you don't have to scream your command, you just align with it, and the whole universe rearranges itself to fulfill it. Florence said, by your words, your world is built or destroyed. So every word you speak is a construction site. Your sentences are scaffolds. Your tone is the architect. That's why when you wake up each morning, before checking your phone, before remembering yesterday's stress, take 7 seconds and command your day. Say, today unfolds in divine perfection. Every step I take is guided and blessed. My supply flows freely and endlessly. You're not just talking, you're setting vibration. You're instructing the unseen. Do this consistently, and your life becomes a magnet for alignment. The wrong people leave peacefully. The right doors open effortlessly. You start meeting the right opportunities at divine timing. Because now, you're not reacting, you're directing. Florence once said, the game of life is a game of boomerangs. Our thoughts, deeds, and words return to us sooner or later with astonishing accuracy. That's why your 7-second command must come from love, never fear. If you command from anger, the universe mirrors resistance. If you command from faith, the universe mirrors order. When you speak your command, feel love behind it. Feel calm behind it. That's what gives it power. Here's a practice to master it. At night, before bed, sit quietly. Breathe slowly. Then recall one situation that feels heavy, something you've been worried about. Instead of analyzing it, just visualize it floating in front of you, and softly say, peace, be still, then smile, because you know it's already done. Go to sleep with that peace, and watch what happens within 48 hours. You'll begin to notice subtle shifts, phone calls, breakthroughs, sudden clarity, not because you forced the outcome, but because you commanded peace into it. Peace is the most powerful creative frequency in existence. When peace enters a situation, confusion loses its grip. When peace fills your mind, ideas begin to flow. When peace governs your finances, provision begins to multiply. That's why Florence said, the invisible forces are ever working for the man who is at peace with himself. Now here's the part most people forget. Peace is not the absence of storms. It's the presence of divine order within them. Anyone can speak peace when things are calm, But power belongs to the one who speaks peace in the storm, because the universe tests authority through contrast. It asks, do you still command when the world shakes? And if your answer is yes, the world must still itself around you. That's divine law. So whenever life tests you, pause, smile, and remember, this is just an opportunity to demonstrate mastery. Don't get angry, don't argue, don't react. Just speak your 7-second command. And then, rest. That's your ultimate spiritual technology. And once you master this, once you learn to speak only what you want and never what you fear, your life becomes almost effortless, because the energy of struggle fades. You no longer swim against current, the current carries you. People will look at you and wonder how you stay calm through chaos. They'll ask, what's your secret? And you'll simply smile, because your secret isn't outside you, it's in your words. The same words you once used casually, you now use consciously. Every sentence you speak builds your destiny. Every phrase carries your future. So guard them, shape them. Speak like the divine creator you are. Florence said, I have a wonderful work in a wonderful way. I give wonderful service for wonderful pay. Simple, confident, certain. That's how you should speak about your life. Say it when things are good to multiply them. Say it when things are shaky to stabilize them. Say it when you feel lost to find direction again. Because your 7-second command doesn't just reverse situations, it rewires you. And that's the real miracle. You begin to realize that the storm was never outside. It was always within. Once you calm the inner waves, the outer world naturally follows. So, as you move through your day, remember this truth. Don't react, command. Don't doubt, declare. Don't chase, align. And above all, never forget that you are a vessel of divine authority. You carry the same creative breath that spoke galaxies into existence. Every word you speak vibrates through eternity. So when fear comes knocking, smile and say, peace, be still. When delay tries to frustrate you, say, divine order is now established. When confusion tries to cloud your path, say, light is upon my way. And then walk as if it's already done, because it is. That's the vibration of true faith. It's not pretending, it's knowing. Florence said, faith knows it has already received and acts accordingly. So act like it, walk like it, speak like it, and soon, life itself will bow in agreement. Because the universe is not your opponent, it's your echo. It mirrors the rhythm of your words. So speak rhythmically, speak purposefully, and let the world adjust to your vibration. The 7-second command is not just a phrase, it's a practice. Use it every day. Teach it, live it, and watch your life transform from reaction to creation. Because in the end, the most powerful thing you can ever say, the most sacred decree you can ever make, is also the simplest. Peace, be still. And every time you say these things, especially when you're handling money, you're actually reinforcing the very poverty you're trying to escape. I see you. I understand that struggle because it's real, and it's exhausting. Here's what's really happening, and this is where most people get it completely wrong. Your subconscious mind is like the most powerful computer ever created, and it's running programs all day long based on what you tell it. Now, your subconscious doesn't understand sarcasm, jokes, or temporary moods. It takes everything you say and think as a direct command. So when you're standing at the checkout counter handing over money and thinking, there goes my hard-earned cash, or I'm broke again, your subconscious mind hears that as an instruction. It says, okay, you want to be broke? Let me make sure that happens for you. The universe responds to your words and thoughts with absolute precision. It's not punishing you or rewarding you. It's simply reflecting back to you exactly what you're claiming as your reality. This isn't mystical nonsense. Think about it scientifically for a moment. Everything in existence is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Money is energy. You know what's funny? We spend our entire lives touching money. We grab it, we count it, we hand it over, We stuff it in our wallets. And yet most of us treat these moments like they're completely meaningless. But what if I told you that every single time your fingers make contact with money, you're either programming abundance into your life or pushing it away? What if the secret to multiplying your wealth isn't about working harder or finding some complex investment strategy, but simply about what you say and think in those brief, powerful moments when money is literally in your hands? Now, I know what you're thinking. Here we go again, another person telling me to just think positive thoughts and magically money will appear. But stick with me here, because what I'm about to share with you isn't just wishful thinking. It's about understanding a fundamental law of the universe that successful people have been using for centuries, often without even realizing it. And before you click away thinking this is going to be another one of those marathon videos that takes 2 hours to make a single point, let me tell you something. I keep these videos short, powerful, and straight to the point because your time is valuable. I'm not here to ramble on and on about the same concept in circles. I'm here to give you real, actionable wisdom that you can use immediately. That's what this channel is about. No fluff, no filler. Just pure transformational content that actually makes a difference in your life. So if you appreciate that approach, you're in the right place. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to have money flow to them effortlessly while others work themselves to exhaustion and still struggle? Have you ever looked at your bank account and felt that sinking feeling in your stomach, that sense of never having enough no matter how hard you try? Maybe you've caught yourself saying things like, "I can't afford that," or "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "I'm just not good with money." And every time you say these things, especially when you're handling money, you're actually reinforcing the very poverty you're trying to escape. I see you. I understand that struggle because it's real, and it's exhausting. Here's what's really happening, and this is where most people get it completely wrong. Your subconscious mind is like the most powerful computer ever created, and it's running programs all day long based on what you tell it. Now, your subconscious doesn't understand sarcasm, jokes, or temporary moods. It takes everything you say and think as a direct command. So when you're standing at the checkout counter handing over money and thinking, "There goes my hard-earned cash," or "I'm broke again," your subconscious mind hears that as an instruction. It says, "Okay, you want to be broke? Let me make sure that happens for you." The universe responds to your words and thoughts with absolute precision. It's not punishing you or rewarding you. It's simply reflecting back to you exactly what you're claiming as your reality. This isn't mystical nonsense. Think about it scientifically for a moment. Everything in existence is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Money is energy. You are energy. And the words you speak carry vibrational frequency. When you speak words of lack, poverty, and limitation while touching money, you're literally creating a vibrational pattern that repels abundance. But when you speak words of gratitude, increase, and prosperity while handling money, you create a magnetic force that attracts more money to you. Now, let me give you a framework that'll help you understand this better. There are 3 levels of money consciousness. The first level is poverty consciousness. This is where most people live. They see money as scarce, hard to get, and easy to lose. Every transaction feels like a loss. Paying bills feels like punishment. At this level, you're in a constant state of fear and anxiety around money. The second level is survival consciousness. You have enough to get by, but you're always worried about the future. You're playing not to lose rather than playing to win. You can pay your bills, but there's not much left over, and you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. The third level is prosperity consciousness. At this level, you understand that money is constantly flowing and circulating. You see yourself as a channel through which money flows easily and naturally. You give freely and receive freely. You know that there's more than enough for everyone, and you claim your share without guilt or apology. Here's the beautiful truth that changes everything. You can shift from poverty consciousness to prosperity consciousness instantly, and one of the most powerful ways to do this is through the words you speak when you touch money. Because that moment when money is in your hands is like a magic portal. It's when your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and the universe are all paying attention to your money story. What you say in that moment becomes a command to the universe. Let me tell you about someone I knew who completely transformed her financial life using this principle. She was drowning in debt, working multiple jobs, and felt like she was on a hamster wheel going nowhere. Then she learned about the power of speaking prosperity into her finances. She started saying specific words every time she touched money, whether she was receiving it or giving it away. Within 6 months, she had paid off half her debt, received an unexpected inheritance, and landed a job that paid twice what she was making before. Now, you might say that's just coincidence, but I've seen this pattern repeat itself over and over again. The universe doesn't do coincidences. It does correspondence. So let's get practical. I'm going to give you the exact words to say when you touch money, and I want you to understand why these specific words work. These aren't magic spells. They're statements of truth that align your consciousness with the flow of abundance. They reprogram your subconscious mind and send a clear signal to the universe about what you're claiming as your reality. First, when you receive money in any form, whether it's your paycheck, a gift, finding a coin on the street, getting change from a purchase, or seeing money in your bank account, say this: money flows to me easily and constantly from expected and unexpected sources. Now, why does this work? Because you're making a declaration that money comes to you easily. You're not saying you have to struggle for it. You're saying it flows, which implies constant movement and circulation. And by adding expected and unexpected sources, you're opening yourself up to infinite channels of abundance, not just your job. Here's another powerful statement to use when receiving money. I am a money magnet, and I attract prosperity in every area of my life. This statement does something crucial. It identifies you as someone who naturally attracts money. You're not chasing it. You're not begging for it. You're magnetic to it. It can't help but come to you. And by adding that prosperity comes in every area of your life, you're not limiting abundance to just your bank account. You're inviting it into your health, your relationships, your opportunities, everything. Now, here's where most people mess this up, and it's the reason they stay broke. When you give money away, whether you're paying bills, buying groceries, investing in something, giving to charity, or lending to a friend, you absolutely must speak words of prosperity over that transaction. This is critical. Most people hand over money while thinking or saying things like, I hate paying bills, or this is so expensive, or I can't believe I have to spend this much. And then they wonder why money stops coming to them. Here's what you say instead when you give money. I bless this money as it leaves my hands. It circulates and multiplies and returns to me increased. Do you see the power in this? You're not mourning the loss of that money. You're blessing it. You're sending it out with good energy, knowing that it's going to do good things in the world. And because the universe is based on circulation, you're declaring that it will return to you multiplied. It's like planting a seed. You don't cry when you put a seed in the ground. You celebrate because you know that seed is going to produce a harvest. Another powerful statement when paying for something is this: I give freely and receive freely. There is always more than enough. This statement is profound because it establishes you as someone who operates from abundance, not lack. You're not hoarding. You're not clutching. You're freely giving because you know there's an inexhaustible supply. The universe loves a generous giver and will always make sure a generous giver has something to give. Here's a particularly powerful one for when you're paying bills. I am grateful for the services I receive, and I pay joyfully knowing my supply is unlimited. Most people dread paying bills, but bills represent services you've already enjoyed. Your electricity bill means you've had light and power. Your rent or mortgage means you've had shelter. When you pay with gratitude instead of resentment, you keep the flow of abundance open. And when you declare that your supply is unlimited, you're telling your subconscious mind that paying this bill doesn't diminish you, because there's always more coming. Now let me give you a practice that will accelerate this entire process. Start carrying a little bit of cash with you, even if you usually use cards. I want you to physically handle money every single day. Take it out of your wallet, touch it, feel it, and as you do, speak these words of prosperity over it. Thank it for being in your life. Bless it. tell it to multiply. This daily practice reprograms your subconscious mind at a deep level. Your brain starts associating money with good feelings, gratitude, and abundance, instead of stress, fear, and lack. Here's another practice that sounds silly but is incredibly powerful. When you see money, even if it's not yours, bless it. When you see someone else paying for something, silently bless their money and declare that there's enough for everyone. When you see an expensive car or home, instead of feeling jealous or saying you could never afford that, say, "That's wonderful. There's plenty for me too." This practice removes jealousy and competition from your consciousness. Jealousy is one of the fastest ways to block your own abundance. When you can genuinely celebrate other people's prosperity, you open the door for your own. Let me address something important here. Some of you might be thinking, "This sounds too simple. How can just saying some words change my bank account?" And I get it. We've been conditioned to believe that money only comes through hard work, struggle, and sacrifice. But here's the truth. Your words are the most creative force in your life. The Bible says the universe was spoken into existence. In the beginning was the Word. Your life is being spoken into existence by you right now with every word you say. If you don't believe your words have power, try this experiment.